what we've had as the most diabolical week ever.
We had a lot of horrible stuff happen within the movie world. Obviously, is it Venice Film Festival? We had a lot of films premiere there, and we've got a huge eye opener into what the journalistic world looks like. We had back to back of clips that have gone viral now of some very awkward situations with some huge superstars. Of course, first one that you sent over to me was AO, the film For the Hunt, starring obviously Julia Robertson and Andrew Garfield. There was a interviewee.
So when you have film festivals outside of London Film Festival, they have press conferences. So it'd be like a table
Oh no,
with
yeah,
all the cast, and they'll sit there and they'll have an interview with people.
yeah.
Um, and sometimes they'll also have press junkets. So this is the press junket because it's in a room rather than in a big conference suite for The Hunt.
Yeah, and during that, of course, a question was asked, which was weird because the person asked the question kind of isolated AO out of it, where she was wanted to ask just Andrew and Julia a question about the Me Too movement. Where we
It was more than just the Me Too movement. It was the idea of like what happened after George Floyd and Me Too movement. It seems like the hashtags have disappeared. So does that mean it's fixed? What do you say now?
and AO took upon her to say AO's reaction to it, that was just like it was so real. It was like, bruv,
No, but also it was perfectly PR'd.
yeah.
Like she trained it herself. I know that it wasn't directly answered to me, but and then
She went off and gave a really good, really good answer, which I left some of our co-hosts like, why was she kind of isolated
and
from that
also like
question?
the thing was about these social causes this interviewer had asked. She was asking this to Julia Roberts, whose
That's
family come from a very working class background in America,
mm,
and her birth was paid for by the Martin Luther King.
yeah,
They paid for her hospital bills
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because they had that relationship with them. So it's like kind of brazy for you to then talk to someone who has that much impact.
But I think this is us not even realizing, but this is just putting a scope on that side of the world, especially in that field of like journalism where they're gonna ask these type of crude like questions.
And so it kind of brings
Pretty
into
much racism.
yeah, no, well, no,
No, no, no,
it's not.
racism.
It's not. It's racism,
Yeah,
just full
yeah,
stop. Like, because what was the point of excluding her out of that conversation? You didn't want to hear a POC perspective on the issue.
yeah, yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
And I mean, it was there. I remember when you were like, "Oh, that was brazen." I said, "I know racism when I see it."
Yeah. And then we had that, and then we had other like moments of like weirdness. The second one that I saw was obviously the Chris Evans one, which is like we did speak about Chris Evans before on the last episode. To check it out, where we saw about actors
Mm.
that are picking bad films.
Yeah, but we
But we
we
never said Chris Evans isn't a good actor
yeah, I
or like a failed actor.
yeah, she literally said he's washed out.
Yeah, like that's not what. Let's be clear. That's not what we was trying to say. I'm saying that he's picked some films that are a little bit jumpy, and he's
But we
been good
also
jobs in it, but the film itself has not been good.
yeah, like we literally said as an actor himself, he's good, but he keeps putting himself in bad situations.
Yeah,
Whereas this one was just saying, "Yeah, you're a washed out actor. Does this feel close to home,
that
bro?"
was just. Did you see his co-stars looking at him and looking at
Anna
her
Joy,
like, yeah,
Anna Joy Taylor was like, "Huh?
oh,
What did you say, Igor?"
oh shit, that was crazy. I was trying to think of a sound effect for that, but I couldn't think quick enough. Yeah, that was very awkward. Obviously, I didn't see the full clip. I only saw that little part of it, so I don't even know how he responded. I guess he gave a professional
Yeah,
answer.
he gave a professional answer, but like, what were you expecting him to reply with?
Yeah, they're brazy. I think they're very much like we just want to ask whatever we want to ask. We're not gonna
And
think about.
then, what was it? Tuesday? Tuesday?
Yeah, so we got the
There was the premiere for
one battle
one
after.
after
Yeah,
another.
one battle after another.
It was the world premiere in LA,
Yeah.
and Variety. Variety.
Yeah, but this individual's tapped. He's done some tap stuff in the
I
past.
have heard this. I've seen because I made a TikTok about this
Yeah.
whole topic, and someone said this. He's always at the scene of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
crime.
I think this like I can't remember who it was. I think it was Denzel. It was a big actor. He did something tapped with them as well. We asked a very like absurd question. I was like, what? But in this clip
So
one on Tuesday,
essentially, hold on, I'm gonna have to get the actress's name, but essentially,
yeah,
this actress plays Leonardo DiCaprio's daughter on screen.
yeah,
Um, and he was like, "Oh, how does it feel to be able to call him daddy?"
yeah. And her response was like, but the way he said it was so freaking creepy.
And he smirked as well.
Yeah. And in your video you posted it, you said they took it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gone down. Like so, and then the argument for most people is that this is obviously to counteract with viral moments. So her name is Chase Infinity.
Oh, Affinity. So
Yeah,
that's like
with an I at the end
oh,
instead of
kind of
Y.
interesting surname.
It's a stage name.
Oh,
It's a stage name, babe. Um, if it is her actual surname, fair enough, but I think that's a stage name.
fair,
Just like Michael Caine is a stage name.
fair.
Um, so essentially, he asked Chase, "How does it feel to call him daddy?" Got loads of backlash. Less than 24 hours, it was gone.
Yeah. I don't know why you even thought. Yes, is what you're saying. People, journalists now are trying to get moments, especially in that clip in particular. I think the other moments you mentioned, I don't know if they're trying to get moments or they just was like,
It's
that's
just
how
the
they look.
integrity of journalism has
It's
kind of
gone
gone
down.
down, and it's because you're competing with influencers
Yeah,
for spots. So I've had very wide because technically we are press.
yeah.
No, I don't know why I say
We are press.
we are press.
We get
Uh,
press screenings and
no,
invites and reviews
we are
and
press.
press junkets. We're,
Yeah,
we're press.
we're press. But like I mean, you have a press pass for LFF. We'll
Yeah,
get back to that.
yeah, yeah,
But like we're press, and we speak with our colleagues about this very openly. And one of the big things is you're competing with influencers and content creators who have done zero research
yeah,
and they're just leaning into a viral moment
yeah.
because essentially what a lot of people are just trying to get is impressions.
Yeah,
Eyeballs. It's always just an
literally,
eyeball
you
game.
saying that just remind me of another moment with Pedro Pascal when they was, I think they were in another country somewhere in Europe. They're doing press for materialists, and one interviewer was asking her how do you feel being a zaddy, and he was trying to answer it professionally because he didn't realize this person was just trying to get like a viral moment out off of them. So it's like it's a lot of people trying to chase viewership by trying to do like absurd questioning to kind of spark a moment because they've seen it successful or seen it get a form of engagement with past people. So we're in a weird place now where I don't know what's gonna be the future of journalism because now are we now gonna are superstars now gonna gatekeep who they interview now because of these type of antics
Because
because
press is just not running as serious as they need
yeah
to be. And
because
and what point of asking someone about whether or not they feel comfortable with someone calling someone daddy is professional.
yeah
This is hypersexualizing someone for their work. That's
yeah
disgusting.
Yeah, especially someone that, from my acknowledgement, is a new actor that's coming to work, and obviously this is a huge moment for her to be in such a big film with a
And then you're just
huge
going to ruin
director,
that
huge
moment for
lead, and
her.
now you're asking about daddies. Like, come on, guys. Like, I feel like we need to find a balance. Like, there is gonna be moments, but I feel like the moments where you
I,
have these type of conversation where you're trying to be goofy and be playful.
and I remember, so I've got a few things I'm going to highlight and then we can have a discussion about it. But I think, personally, from a journalistic perspective, there is no better feeling than when you ask a question and the interviewee, so whether it's a director or a producer or anyone goes, hmm, that's a really good question. And they
Mm.
actually pause and think about, bro,
Yeah,
10-10 feeling.
yeah,
10-10 feeling. Like
yeah.
that's one of the best feelings ever because then you know you're gonna get a really good answer that no one has thought
They
about.
haven't answered this before, so they've given an answer that's gonna be pure and original because no one's asked me this type of question before. So you're gonna get the moment. And I think that's the thing that's missing nowadays because people are maybe not looking for those moments anymore. They're looking for the clickbait moments, like kind of spark a reaction from this person. Can I get the internet to jump along with this joke that I'm trying to start off? Which is weird because now what is the outcome from these moments?
Yeah. So one of the big things, so Yvette, who's a friend of the show, highlighted that this is essentially just rage bait. And
Yeah,
rage bait is great, but in the longevity of it, what's going to happen? Because if everyone is doing it for every single title,
yeah,
how are we going to remember anything? When you go back in time, how are you going to remember the important things or the important questions you want to learn about this film? Say if you're a film student or if you're just someone who's interested in the film and you're going back in history and these are the questions you're seeing.
yes. There's no information being
This is
passed on. No,
disgusting.
no archive of history of all information being stored.
Like
Yeah, it's
like
true.
it's an archive of information and what are we
All
seeing?
we're gonna get is a bunch of old jokes. Like in 10 years' time, is people gonna care about Zaddy? Like people are not gonna understand the term of Zaddy. Like what does that even mean to them? Or is that how is it gonna help them understand the history of like filmmaking
Or like yeah,
or
like for
history of
example,
actors?
like with One Battle After Another, it was a very practical based film, and there's a lot of live explosions. Bro, why is no one asking about this?
Yeah, and it's a film also touching on like activism
Yeah, like
during a
it's
world where there's a lot of political stuff happening.
and also the main thing is it's a 70s based
Yeah,
activism film.
yeah,
It's giving black exploitation. It's the
yeah.
revival of black exploitation.
We've got a mixed race child. We also obviously a black mum involved in it as well. So it's just a lot of stuff that you can really dig deep into, but instead we're making jokes
Well,
about
daddy,
DiCaprio
I
because it's scary. What do you think? I don't know, man. This is something that we covered on in a lot of episodes.
so many times, and I just
It doesn't seem like it's changing
do
anytime
you
soon.
do you worry that this is going to be a consistent issue um throughout journalism, or is it going to like phase out?
I don't think it's just gonna phase out. I think it's gonna get stronger because the route of becoming a journalism has opened for in a good way as well because I feel like
I
it
don't
had
know,
the
has
doors
it
open.
though?
Yeah, I feel like the door that's opened has allowed us to come through
I
because there
guess.
was some form of gatekeeping when it came to journalism. Not everyone can just go through and just do interviews. Not everyone can go to screenings. I think the door has been open now, where it's like if you like enough films and you film yourself talking about it, you can at least have like somewhat of an invitation or at least arcs to get through. And this allows more people to come in. And now that more people are now involved, we're gonna get more of this happening.
But I think that yes, accessibility
Yeah.
accessibility is there. However, there is still a gatekeeper into who is allowed in what rooms.
Yeah. But I feel like Hollywood is now latched themselves into the internet. Like the film Together, which I thought was a good film. Some of the press run, they just talked to that guy that the guy that does this, the what's his name again? The Zizzler. Like look, look at your face. Like this is the people that they're now sitting to talking to promote films. Like Hollywood is now contributing to like the internet, to the TikTokers, to the influencers now. So it's not something that's gonna fade away. It's just that I think now you have to pay attention to who you want to actually watch for information. Because there is some good journalists out there. Unfortunately, I can't name them by name
Well, I
because
mean,
there's few of
I
them.
can.
Yeah,
Ade.
yeah. Like these are the ones that
Ada, sorry.
these are the ones that we should be supporting in terms of like when she makes like does the interview with whatever superstar she's talking to. These are the ones that we should be watching.
Bro, like I I'd be scrolling on my TikTok and
Yeah,
I'll be real with you. The way I met Ada is because I had been seeing her press junkets beforehand. I'm one of those people where I start my morning off and I'll have a cup of coffee and I'm watching press junkets.
yeah,
It's research for me. It comes with a job. And so I'd watch some of her stuff and do you remember that time where I really liked Boys on the Boat?
yeah, yeah. You're championing that quite
Yeah.
highly. Yeah,
And I saw her interview with George Clooney and Callum Turner, and George Clooney went out of his way to actually pronounce her name correctly.
mm,
And when I then saw Ada at Sundance, I was like, wait, wait a minute. I know you.
Yeah. And that's like actually start.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But these are the journalists that we should be championing a lot more,
There's also Anwar.
sharing around and everything else.
Anwar does a lot of the presenting and hosting for We Are Parable,
Mm.
and he works at Empire.
Sick. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And then, of course, we have Steven, who's a
Yeah,
part of Negasaga.
yeah.
You know, like, there's so many
Those are the
amazing.
ones should be in the rooms more with these big celebs. Those are the ones should be doing the press junkets on the red carpet, talking to them because they're the ones that have a not only they love movies, like they're movie watchers. Like we're getting people that don't seem to be movie watchers, or even if they are movie watchers, want to get stuff that are clickbait. Like Variety's doing this now, where they're asking about zaddies. Like they're meant
No,
to be
but you
like
know
a
it's bad because
professional
if you're
publicist.
gonna if you're gonna go down that route, stick your guns. Don't delete the tweet.
Yeah, yeah, stand 10 toes.
Don't stand 10 toes.
They were hoping for a different reaction. They was hoping for a more like, oh yeah, zaddies. They wanted approval for what they were on the nonsense they were doing. But it's interesting where we're heading. I think we just have to mute out the BS. Um,
Yeah.
I think now it's happening so much because we had back to back. I think actors are now going to be very much on the P's and Q's when it comes to
So that kind of stuff. I mean,
yeah,
we've had the challenges with Sam Thompson where he asked who's the better kisser.
yeah.
We had the John Pork meme in Thunderbolts.
What do you ask again?
He asked about John Pork.
The jump. Oh, you're trying to make
Mm.
it one of those
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even understand the joke you're trying to make, but yeah, I saw
No,
that
no,
one.
it was brain rot. It was
Yeah,
TikTok brain
yeah,
rot.
yeah,
That was not the place to be doing TikTok brain rot memes.
yeah,
Maybe for what was the Minecraft? Yeah, Minecraft
yeah.
film. Yeah, that's the place to
That's
do
the
it.
you have to
But
know a place to do it.
Thunderbolts was actually really serious. So
Yeah, and they always just assume that every actor just knows the joke. Not everyone's online like you.
also, like,
Like freaking hell.
these are adults,
Like
bro.
we're actually doing jobs right now.
Yeah.
Like shit. Like why do you think we would get the joke?
And like, yeah, I just feel like it's a shame because what we're getting is a wasted time.
Yeah.
People, time is money. So actors are wasting their time instead of talking about an amazing film because there's so much hard work and blood that goes behind each film, each TV series. There's casting crew, there's craft people,
Mm,
there's producers, there's editors. Everyone has gone to do this work, and you can't even have the common decency to actually talk about the body of work.
mm. I mean, all we can do is just level up ourselves, put ourselves in these positions, and take over, and air out all the noise because these bad eggs, they're gonna be around and they're gonna carry on doing their
Don't
thing.
worry, I'm coming for your
You just
job.
have to filter it out.